everybody, what's up, what's going on, and welcome to the 81st episode of Raptors have won. Yes sir, the Raptors have won. We finally got that win against the Charlotte Hornets, no less, and we really needed that win, especially after a stinker of a game that we put up against the Philadelphia 76ers. So let's get right into it. Let's see how they performed in this game. So without any further ado, let's get it. The game against the Philadelphia 76ers, it was okay. It was still a stinker of a game because, yes, we had a chance to win, especially when we had tied the game in the fourth quarter. But again, we went back to those old bad habits, not being able to close the games out and, not able to sustain the lead. And again, the Philadelphia 76ers, you got to tip your hat off to them too. They're a veteran team now. They have had pretty much continuation and the main core, of Embiid, James Harden, and Tyrese Maxey. So yeah, they played well. They closed the game out, and you can tell they're definitely a playoff contending team. Raptors, on the other hand, oh man, I think it would have been encouraging if at least they made the game close. If you look at the score, yes, it was close enough, but to say that you had tied the game and you weren't able to close the deal out, again, if you didn't dig yourself that hole in the second quarter, maybe we would have seen a different result. Again, it all comes down to let's play the full 48. That's what they did in this game. Now, before I continue with the game against the Charlotte Hornets, if you like the content, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. And of course, if you like the content and you want to check out my other content, you can subscribe to my channel, Raptors in One. You are more than welcome to join the family. And hit the comment section, of course, keep it respectful, and, share your opinions. So coming back to the Charlotte game, yeah, they played the full 48 minutes. However, one key point to note, the Charlotte Hornets roster was really depleted. Apart from Svi Mykhailiuk, I couldn't recognize any other names. There was no, Gordon Hayward out, LaMelo Ball out, Terry Rozier out. I don't even know if he plays for Charlotte anymore, but they had this whole list of people that were injured on that list, and surely enough, I think it was just their G League team that came out to play, save Svi Mykhailiuk. Needless to say, the Raptors closed it out. We won the game. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. We're not going to look back at this game and say, oh, but the Charlotte Hornets was a depleted team. No. We're going to look at this game as the Raptors won this game. They beat the Charlotte Hornets decisively, of course. Again, we beat the team that we were supposed to beat. And we clinched in the play-in tournament berth. Hooray! I don't know. I don't like celebrating things like that. We clinched in a play-in tournament spot. Wow, big deal, man. I honestly, the way this roster is constructed, the potential that these players have, I would have been more we clinched in a playoff spot. That would be something to celebrate. Again, not to say that, we shouldn't celebrate the play-in tournaments, just, I guess, enjoy the little victories, right? But yeah, we've clinched it. And now it's just a matter of jockeying for the spots. So if you look at the standings right now in the conference, obviously Milwaukee's clinched the conference. They're the conference champions. And then you have 2, 3, and 4. They're pretty much clinched their playoff spots. At this point, I don't see New York Knicks not clinching a spot. Obviously, they're going to do it, whether they go 5 or 6. That's totally... Really, these last 5 games of the season are going to be crucial. But again, it's safe to say 5 and 6 are pretty much, they're going to clinch the spots. Now, the jockeying comes in where you could possibly have the Toronto Raptors, if the Brooklyn Nets, for whatever reason, bomb it till the end of the season, which again, I don't foresee it, but again, anything can happen. Injury to a significant player, maybe to Mikal Bridges. Again, I'm not hoping for it, but if it does happen, then you can see a shift. And let's say if the Raptors stay flawless and they win the next 4 games till the end of the season, maybe they could be in the sixth spot too out of the play-in tournament. You never know. But again, then you have the Heat in the mix as well, and maybe if the Heat decide to turn things around, maybe Jimmy Butler comes back from injury. Anything can happen at this point, but for sure, we've made it to the play-in, and we'll take it one step at a time. Now, what I do like about this game, and again, it was a sweet win because, again, it was a must-win that enabled us to clinch the play-in tournament. But hey, shout out to our man, P Skills, Pascal, Spicy P, baby. It was his birthday. Happy 29th birthday, my man. And of course, he definitely dropped it in. He went off against the Charlotte Hornets. But again, he scored 36 points, 7 assists, 7 boards. Nice stat line. And for his birthday, of course. But again, those 36 points, you got to tip your hat off to none other than our floor general, Freddie VanVleet, Mr. Steady Freddie. He made a franchise history with 20 points and 20 assists. That's right, baby. He was dishing it out. He was laying the table. He was dishing it out. And it was a masterpiece when it came to ball movement and controlling the game altogether. Now, yes, the Charlotte Hornets did not have about maybe like 60% of their squad. But it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, that's the kind of performances you're expecting when a team is that depleted. And Freddie put on a show for sure. Special mention to my man OG Anunoby and the X Factor. However, we're really hoping that he has not sustained a long-term injury because he did kind of roll his ankle. Again, it's one of those you cannot escape this kind of an injury, especially when you play as hard as OG does. And it's a very common injury. We just hope that it's not a long-term injury, and we hope that he really doesn't miss any games because we cannot afford to lose OG. He was 5 for 6 from the three-point range this game, and if it wasn't for his shooting and his game in general, 0 turnovers too, by the way. So did Pascal, 0 turnovers. But again, coming back to OG, without him having this kind of a game, it could have been a close game. We might have even lost the game. I got to tip my hat off to the Charlotte Hornets too. They did put up a fight. And the names that most of these players that I didn't hear of, and they played pretty well. I got to say, they were pretty impressive. Jakob Poeltl, almost a double-double. Again, my man Jakob anchoring down the defense, 4 blocks, baby. And of course, altering shots. The one thing that really impresses me about Jakob Poeltl, apart from the defense and, banging in the paint, apart from those which is typical for a big man of his size and his game, is his IQ and his passing, the way he moves the ball. It's like he has improved his game. He's kind of like, he's almost to where prime Mark would have been, Marc Gasol. The only thing he needs to add to his game now is the 3-point game. And to be honest, even if he didn't add the 3 points to his game, it's not a big deal. I'd rather him bang in the paint because he's pretty good in the paint as is. And of course, he sets those really hard picks and he rolls really hard. And he's very fluid finisher in the paint. I like his game, but as it is, but imagine, folks, if he added that 3 points, the 3-point game to his repertoire, man, this would be like a 4-5-headed dragon. Of course, I'm talking about Pascal, Freddie, OG, Scotty, and of course, Jakob. Now, here's the thing though. We don't know what's going to happen next season. Maybe Freddie doesn't stay with us. Maybe Pascal doesn't stay with us. We don't know. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens next season. Now, off the bench, Precious, he had a pretty good game. I could tell he was tentative in certain situations, but he still had a pretty good game, pretty solid stat line. The one player that really annoyed me this game was Chris Boucher. And I felt like he was playing a little selfish. Especially there was this one fast break opportunity that, it's a no-brainer. How could you mess that up, especially at your experience level? You're a championship player now, and for you to mess up that play and not give, your rookie Jeff Doughton Jr. there a little, a free point, because man didn't score a single point. He did play hard and he did play good defense. He distributed the ball, but he never got a point. Now think about that. If maybe you gave up the rock, let the man score, again, point being, he took some tough shots. He had a very sloppy game. I wasn't impressed with his game. Nonetheless, again, we won, and that's what really matters. Now, of course, we're going to see Charlotte Hornets again in a couple of days, and I got to say, it's got to be a win. Now, I'm really hoping OG, oh my goodness, I'm really hoping OG is healthy and we get him back, because we really don't want OG to be getting that rust from an injury. Especially heading into the play-in tournament, we need all the bodies that we can get. So that's all I got for today, folks. Again, before I end this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you like the content. Of course, you can also subscribe to my channel, Raptors in One. You're more than welcome to join the family. And of course, hit the comment section. Keep it respectful. Until next time, I'm out.